Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. How are you? And just making sure sometimes it says I'm live, and then I check, and I'm really actually not live for the first 5 or 10 seconds, so I'm slowing down today. Okay. All right. We're 15 seconds in. I assume we're actually live. We give just a minute or two in case anybody, a minute or two. I'm going to give a couple of seconds in case anybody wants to come online. Anybody that wants to come online, you want to let me know you're there. You can send some hearts and hellos or frowny faces, I guess, if you want to. Just let me know you're there. Certainly, anybody who watches this in the recorded version, feel free, please comment. Definitely love to see the comments. Uh, every week I go through a process of thinking about what I'm going to do for Timeout Tuesday, and I don't do this weeks in advance. I don't have a bank of things. I try to be, kind of as current as I can. Whatever I'm thinking about at a given time. Every once in a while, I come up with an idea and I'll write it on a list and maybe use it in the future. But for the most part, it's what's going on, and some weeks are harder than others to come up with a topic and to really think it through a little bit so that it's somewhat coherent. I don't know if you guys agree that it's actually coherent or not, but um, this was super easy this week because all I had to do was watch a bunch of minutes of our recently recorded test that we had last weekend, our bell test. It was the first test we've had in about 3 months, which is a little bit longer than what we usually do. We usually aim for just a little bit over 2 months, but because of holidays and back to school and a bunch of other dates that got in the way, we pushed it to this day. We thought it was better, and we just used the time a little bit differently in terms of how we divided up our curriculum, how much time we were going to spend on new material that they needed to learn for their upcoming test, how much time we spent reviewing, and also how much time we spent doing what we consider to be very important drills related to everything you can think of: strength, balance, agility, confidence building, memorization, situational awareness, whatever drills we happen to be working on. What was interesting about this test, though, was we had a large population of students test, which is very normal. A lot of our students were ready to test, especially given that it was a 3 month period. But we did a whole bunch of different things during this test than we've done in the past with this particular group. And what it allowed them to do was make certain choices about what they wanted to demonstrate and made them be a little bit introspective to really give some thought to what would be the best thing to choose from to demonstrate the thing that we were asking for. And what was amazing, and excuse me, my phone. This is about kids of all ages making decisions. Kids from like 6 years old up to our teenage adults. Um, the choices that they made were just excellent. They really seem to have gained a really clear understanding about where their strengths are, where their weaknesses are. They were able to make decisions based on that. But the other thing that we saw, there was actually really, I guess, three things that stood out. The choices that they made was one. The the level of proficiency. They they not only got better just at their katas, but all of their movement in general was with a much greater degree of fluidity. They um, attacked their targets harder, and they did a really good job. I'm sorry, my phone's just going like berserk right here. Trying to turn it down. Um, they did a really good job of demonstrating their ability to move much better than I've ever seen them move before. And I know, I hope you guys don't. If you hear that sound, it's the craziest thing. My computer rings every time my phone rings, and I always try to remember to turn that off, and I never do, and then this happens. So we'll just keep hearing that probably like forever or something. Um, oh, good, stopped. So they not only did they make really good decisions, but they demonstrated an ability to move that was just much better than we've really seen them in the past. And what I mean by move is choose direction, stay stable on their feet, regain stances, look strong. The the third thing that they did that was really interesting was that they began demonstrating their ability to imagine the kind of things that they would need to do to defend themselves. Because of the way we have to teach now, we have to compartmentalize how we're teaching our curriculum. I've spoken about this in previous videos. We're clearly not able to do a lot of fighting right now. It's not safe. It's not even allowed, but we definitely wouldn't be doing it anyway if we were in person. And in a lot of cases, our students don't even really have a training partner. They're the only person in the house that does karate, the only person of their age. So we've been teaching some creative ways of imagining self-defense situations and responding to them. Obviously, that's not the home run end game here, but once again, compartmentalize it, and then when we regain our ability to be in person, we'll definitely spend a lot of time having them practice the things that they've been working on solo. But the important thing was, as an instructor, and I'm speaking from my other instructors as well, we're able to watch somebody move and sort of tell whether or not they're really thinking through how they're moving, what they would be doing. And at a much greater level, straight through our curriculum, regardless of ages, we're definitely seeing them being able to use their imagination, which I think is part and parcel to these other things about making good choices and creating a better movement situation. But it was very interesting for just to watch their ability to almost see what they were doing. What I mean by that is imagine someone's punching to you and then what target you would hit. Their precision is just improving, and that was very exciting. So overall, we were really happy with this test. Some of the comments I got back from the instructors were things like they were clearly very well prepared. It looks like they practiced a lot more for this test than they have in the past. And that's really just kudos to those guys, and definitely kudos to all of our instructors, of course, obviously. So anyway, with that said, I got to jump because I've got a lot of planning to do. We have a outside event coming up this weekend that we're looking forward to. It's going to be a very socially distant and masked event, but we're going to be bringing out a lot of our students outdoors together for the most part for the first time since March. So although I've seen them in bits and dips and bits and pieces, dips and drabs. I don't know what that other phrase is actually, but although I've seen them a little bit here and there, started doing some outdoor private lessons recently, so I'm seeing them on a one-on-one basis. But I'm looking forward to seeing them all together. But I've got a lot of planning to do to make sure that we're going to do a great job of giving them something kind of fun, not kind of fun, really fun to do, but keeping it very safe at the same time, and that's going to be the goal for this weekend. But I'm really looking forward to it, and so I'm going to get to that. So I hope everyone has a great day. Everyone stay safe. Peace.